Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show. I'm okay. It's lovely. Oh, God. Oh, slippery shoes. Oh, I almost died. Hi, everybody. Look at everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. I know. Thank you. Full house today. Welcome to the show. Happy Thursday. I almost died, but I'm fine. My shoes are all slippery. Thank you. Have a seat, everybody. Wow, we got into the... Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the show. I feel ridiculous. I almost wiped out there. That's the first time that's ever happened. I got to scuff up the bottom of my shoes or something. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to my good friend Kendall, everybody. Hello,
Good morning.
Speaking
Are you okay?
I'm okay. Yeah. Speaking of falling and speaking of you, we got the funniest email yesterday from a viewer, and I just so you know, I stay away from most social media, like inboxes and stuff. I don't, because if it's negative, I don't want that in my mind space. I just try to stay positive. But I happened to come across like I think the subject line of this email, and it was about you. It goes, "Why does Jason get to sit and he makes Kendall stand in heels?" Yeah. And
why, Jason?
I wrote back, I go, because Jason is mean. That's what I wrote back. I go, Jason is mean. Yeah. And it's funny, it all kind of started because, you're like the sidekick. And we used to have, when the show started, we didn't really have a sidekick. We had what we called a kitchen guest. So we would have every day, it was a different person. And we modeled it after Wendy Williams, how she has her producers, standing over there. That's what we modeled it after. But so I just wrote, oh no, I just want to be mean. Just make Kendall stand.
Well,
so, yeah.
I want everyone to know I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Thank you.
I'm okay. My feet are totes fine.
Whatever, please. Whatever.
I have some back issues because of it, but
whatever.
I'm kidding.
Speaking of our staff, so I almost died there, and I almost died yesterday, and it was all at the hands of our executive producer, Jeff, and who's... Thank you, audience. Thank you.
As Jeff claps in the background.
He's standing right there, so... I go out and do stories for future episodes of the show. So yesterday, Jeff set this up. He's like, Jason, he made it sound fantastic. He goes, Jason, you're going to go to a wonderful place called South St. Paul. And he goes, and you're going to go, the home of Aaron Schwab. And he goes, you're going to go learn how to blow glass. You're going to be glass blowing. And I thought, well, that sounds absolutely fantastic. So I go there and we walk in, photographer Eric and I are there. Here's a little bit of it. And what they didn't tell me was when I walk in, the guy looks at me and he goes, I need you to sign 2 releases. It's never a good sign when they have you sign a piece of paper that says, if you are killed, it's not their fault. So there I am. And the reason being,
look at your face.
The reason being, this is the most nerve-wracking part. That is molten lava right there, and my hands, I was shaking. They let me use a blowtorch, and they open up. This is the end of it. We got to get to the hot dish. So the guy goes, okay, we're gonna go over here, and here's the oven where they keep the molten glass, and they open up the oven. And if you've been watching the show lately, you know I'm sunburned all over the front of my body, like horribly sunburned. He opens up the oven and I go like this, like that.
It was honestly probably that exact sound
Eric,
too.
I screamed like a 3-year-old. I went like, and he looks at me, he goes, it's gonna be a very long day for you. It's gonna be, so when's that airing, Jeff? Next week sometime? Next week sometime. It was really cool, thanks to Vandalia Glassworks. So, one more thing. We'll get to this later. I'll thank this later. We'll get to this. Let's get to the hot dish, everybody. Here we go. So, first up, the cast of Empire wants one of their cast members back. Look at this.
Mom, Dad, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's something.
And speaking of love, Jamal, I think it's great that, you're putting your wedding out there in front of the whole world for them to see it, and that's what it's all about when you find that special person, You shouldn't be all shy about it.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Okay, now what you're looking at was Jussie Smollett's final scene in last night's Empire. But his co-stars Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard want Jussie back on the show. He was scrapped from the final 2 episodes of the season after, we all know, he was charged with lying about an attack in Chicago earlier this year. Prosecutors, as we also know, eventually dropped those charges and forced him to pay a fine. Now, questions still remain about what exactly happened. He claimed that he was a victim of a hate crime. Here's my deal. I've said this from the beginning. I wanted to believe Jussie. I know the charges are dropped. I would be lying to you in this camera if I said I'm still thinking something's really kind of hinky with this. And number 2, the city of Chicago is suing you, and the show tapes in Chicago. How are you going, Taraji and Terrence, I love you, but how are you going to do that? You tape in a city that is suing a cast member. I mean, you know what I mean? That'd be like Eden Prairie suing me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where we are, by the way, if you're watching. But,
you're like, where?
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get supporting, and I love that they're supporting. I mean, I'm sure Taraji P. and Terrence, Jussie's like a child to them. I get the support, but from a practical sense, what are you doing?
I don't know. I feel like I just need to keep my nose out of this one.
I know. Believe me, this story, I just never, I don't know. It's very,
I know.
It's all around sad to me. That's what it is. It's all around sad.
Touché.
Next in the dish. This is sad for probably some folks. Netflix has hundreds of shows. We know this, streaming right now. I mean, literally, probably thousands. It's too much sometimes. But executives at Netflix are really concerned that one could be on the way out the door. Which one? Look at this.
Yawn. 4 seconds.
What are you doing?
Oh, you had said that you don't do anything personal during work time, so I'm just making sure.
Oh, wait a minute, so you're gonna time me every time I yawn? That's absurd. Really? Oh, hey, look, Monkey knows how to use a stopwatch, everybody. He's
Personal conversation. 17 seconds.
There is no way that was...
1 second.
The Office, yep. It is one of Netflix's most popular shows. I mean, whether it's an original show or library title, they call it. The streaming site is reportedly really concerned that it could lose the streaming rights to The Office. According to a new article in the Wall Street Journal, Netflix's non-original library programming accounts for 72 minutes people spend on the service. That's a lot. In response to the report, Netflix reminded viewers that it has the rights to The Office until 2021 ... at least. Yeah, girl, that article came out and they jumped on Twitter. It was like, don't worry, we have it for a few more years. Last year, everyone remembers this, Netflix shelled out a record, and watch Kendall's face, a record $80 million to keep Friends. That's right. Kendall. Kendall would like that money to be shifted to save dolphins and things. And I said, and I'm with you. I agree, yes.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's just ridiculous. How much money we spend on something like that, and we're like killing.
I know. You should have seen us in the meeting. I'm like,
all.
Can't we have both dolphins and Ross and Rachel? You know what I mean? Can we have both? Kendall, please, can we have both? I get it. I know. Hey, this is what's going to happen. This is where I feel for all of us, the consumer. This is where I love all these streaming services. I think this is another golden age of television, as I say a lot. Haha, drink. But here's the problem. I don't want to get too inside baseball, but all of these companies that own property, like Warner Brothers owns Friends, Warner Brothers is going to start their own streaming service. So what is Warner Brothers going to do? They're going to take Friends with them. So if we're going to want to watch a show, we're going to have to pay for that, whatever company owns that show, and we're going to end up spending as much as we spend on cable.
You know what you can do?
What?
You can go to your public library and rent it for free.
Yeah.
Just saying. Strong feelings. Strong feelings.
I'll have to find mine. I don't know where you are. I know where it is.
Sid is gonna be so mad if you really don't know where the library
No, I know. It's
is.
downtown. Next in the dish. Next in the dish. I'm a little, all kidding aside, I'm a little bummed today. I'm a little sad. And a lot of you let me know. A lot of you let me know this. And I love it that you guys kind of think of me as a friend and you know me so well. Sad news to report about one of the actors from my all-time favorite TV show. Ken Kercheval, who played Cliff Barnes on Dallas, has died. Now, before we roll this clip, for youngins, for people that don't know Dallas, Ken played the rival to J.R. Ewing, played by the great Larry Hagman. Cliff was kind of a lovable loser. J.R. messed him over every single season, and Cliff never really won. The scene I'm getting ready to show you is a great confrontation between J.R. and Cliff after J.R. is thinking that Cliff bought an oil well that will never come through. Look at this.
Well, I'm telling you that a $32 million loss is a hell of a lot better for you than the loss of your whole company that your mother gave to you.
That's a rich tract of millions of dollars worth of oil down there.
You wouldn't recognize oil if it was dripping out of your crankcase.
And you can't stand the fact that Barnes Wentworth is going to be bigger than Ewing ever dreamed of being.
Barnes, you're as dumb as your daddy used to be. You know the difference between your daddy and mine?
Yeah. Ken Kercheval was not just on Dallas, but people don't know, and people watch, fans of Dallas are like, really? He was a Broadway actor before he ever set foot on the set of Dallas. He was good friends with Dustin Hoffman. He was Dustin Hoffman's roommate. Dustin actually made Ken his godson, his son's godson. And Ken was just a fabulous actor. And for every JR, when you have a character like JR, you always need a good foil. You can't have a JR without someone against him. And there was nobody better than Cliff Barnes. And Ken Kercheval played him so well. He was 83 years old. So bye-bye, Cliff, bye-bye. We're going to miss you, buddy. Yeah. I'm just bummed. We got to go to break, but I'm just bummed because I'm getting to the age, I told our executive producer, Jeff, we're getting to the point where the show is 41 years old and we're going to start losing. Like we lost Larry in 2013, 2014. We're going to start losing cast members. Let me just warn all of you. I didn't have the show when Larry died, thank goodness. But I'm not jinxing anybody, but when we start losing like Sue Ellen, I'm going to be a mess. I will not be at work that day. Just let me know, yeah. We have a lot more to come, everybody. Stay right there. Meet me back here in just a few minutes. Coming up, when you want something done, you just do it yourself. Dax Holt will join us live to tell us why Pink is cleaning her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Then, she was with Prince for 30 years as his hairstylist. Now she's opening up on her relationship with the legend in a brand new book. She'll join us live to talk all about it. And it's so good you would think it's at the Orpheum. Meet the young star who's turning heads as Elle Woods in a high school production. Yes, a high school production of Legally Blonde. Aaron Schwab will introduce her to us just ahead.
I organized like a cast get-together at our house, and so it was just something really sort of super casual. We ordered like a taco truck and someone to make drinks, and it was an excuse for all of us to get together before we all broke off for the summertime, which was nice.
Does that mean was Barbara Streisand at your house? Because she's
yes.
married to James Brolin.
She's married to James Brolin. He RSVP'd and said, "Yeah, I'm going to be there. Yep, the wife's going to come," and my wife just went, "What? What?" And the whole chill backyard barbecue totally changed. All of a sudden there were flower decorations and there was all of this stuff that needed to be done. But then she came over to the house and she was so relaxed and cool. She was amazed by the taco truck.
Really?
She was amazed.
What?
She said, "Wait a minute, let me get this straight. I could just walk up and order as many quesadillas as I want?" And I said, "Yes, you can do that, Barbara." She's like, "This is incredible. This is amazing. Why don't I have this at my house?" I said, I don't know, Barbara, but I'm sure you can have that at your house if you really want it.
I'm sure Barbara could. That's the great. I love him. That's Colin Hanks. Boy, doesn't he? Boy, it's like a kid from the 50s. Boy, doesn't he? The older he gets, the more he looks like his father, doesn't he? Yeah, he looks like circa like 90, 94. It's Colin on Busy Tonight talking about Barbara Streisand. Streisand, did I say it right? I don't want her mad at me. Okay, next on the dish. It appears Pete Davidson is single once again. Sources. It's tough, I know. Sources tell Entertainment Tonight that things have cooled between the SNL cast member and Kate Beckinsale. Things were hot and heavy between the two since the start of the year. Meow. Sources say they are no longer romantic, but are still, quote, friendly. We don't quite know what that means, but Pete is 20 years younger than Kate. Hey.
What's up, Mama?
He started dating her shortly. Well, I don't know what everyone's laughing about. So he just started dating her shortly after his split from Ariana Grande Latte. Yeah. What's that face over there?
I think that it's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know, I love when women date whoever the heck they want to date.
I know, because you know what? You know why?
Why?
I agree with you, because if it was a dude dating a younger woman, everyone would be like, oh, that's fantastic.
Right.
But back in the day, if a woman had the audacity to date a younger man, oh, she's this, she's that. I'm glad that the tables are turning a little bit. Kate Beckinsale can date whoever she wants.
Oh my
she's
gosh,
beautiful. Yes.
she's so hot. Woo.
Next in the dish. One of my favorite movies of all time is headed back to theaters. You guys love it too. Look at this.
You should broaden your horizons.
You broaden your horizons your way, and I will broaden my horizons mine.
I'm going to support the arts in this area.
I'll write a check. I support art. I just don't have to see it.
It wouldn't hail if you...
Clary, can I get one thing straight with you? I do not see plays because I can nap at home for free. And I don't see movies because they're trash. And they got nothing but naked people in them. And I don't read books because if they're any good, they're going to make them into a miniseries.
Yep. Steel Magnolias. I was reciting that whole clip while you were watching it. Steel Magnolias is celebrating its 30th anniversary by returning to theaters next month as part of the Turner Classic Movies Big Screen Classic Series. The movie starred Julia Roberts, Sally Field, Dolly Parton, Shirley MacLaine, and more about a group of Southern women who face a tragedy together. Let me quickly, I got to make this very quick. My favorite all-time behind-the-scenes movie story came from this movie. They shot this movie in 1989 in Louisiana. It was 115 degrees, and they were all in wedding clothes. And Julia, this was one of Julia's first movies. She was sitting next to Dolly Parton. This is great. Sitting next to Dolly Parton. Julia's sweating. She looks, and she's complaining. She's just, you know, and she looks over at Dolly, and she goes, Dolly, how are you not complaining? And Dolly looked at her and said, young lady, I've waited all my life to be a movie star. And now that I'm a movie star, I'm not going to complain about a thing. And I thought, yeah. Look for the special screening starting May 19th. Coming up, everybody, coming up in just a little bit, we're checking in with Dax Holt, who has all the dish from Hollywood, including what in the world is Nicolas Cage doing in this video? We'll tell you when we come back. Back in a moment. Our half-hour hot dish continues with our Insider to the Stars audience. Please give a warm Minnesota welcome live. Okay, does he know we're here? Audience, let's just watch this audience. Hey, Dax, I'm watching you, Dax. Does he even know? He has no idea we're on right now. Jeff, go give me my phone. Go give me my phone right now. I'm going to call him. It's in the back. This is hysterical. Let's just stay on this shot. Let's stay on this shot. No, everybody, nobody move. Nobody move. Okay, watch this. Oh, please don't pick your nose or anything, Dax. Please, please. Don't do anything. Oh, what's he doing? Okay, hold on a minute. Let me call him right now. Dax Holt, Nope, that's the wrong number. Okay, here we go. Let me call him.
Hello?
Hi, Dax, you've been on for about 4 minutes.
Really? I couldn't hear anything. Are you guys up on mute or what?
This is great. We've been watching you in your room for about 4 minutes.
I didn't hear anything. I've been like sitting here like, wow, that was a long 1 minute wait to get on air. What's going on?
Okay, I'll hang up on you now. You can just talk to the camera. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, no, I hung up. Oh no,
Hello. I don't know what to say now.
Oh.
Let's go back.
Okay, we got to call back.
And we're back.
Okay, here we go. First up, Britney Spears.
Well, here's the thing. I heard you weren't happy with my photos.
No. No, let me be very clear. I think you agree. I think now that she is doing well, I was just like, I hope people leave her alone. That's what I meant.
Well, yeah, because I got to say, like, we were the first website to post these photos of her, both out on over the weekend, plus then again a couple days ago. And it was really, we posted because the public has been demanding these photos. They want to see her out. They want to see her doing well. And so we're like, all right, here's the photos of her. I mean, everyone needed them. And I was happy to see her out. I'm happy that she is not being held against her will, like everyone's saying. And it sounds like by other reports, she is going to be out of this mental health facility very soon here. They've been adjusting her meds, and hopefully she will be able to be back to the Britney that we all know and love again.
I love it. Okay, next, Nicolas Cage tried his hand singing Purple Rain. How did it go, Dax?
Listen, it was a very different style of Purple Rain. It was him mostly screaming at the top of his lungs. It was like a Marilyn Manson version of Purple Rain at this karaoke bar in downtown LA. And I find it very strange, but he's had a very strange life over the last couple of weeks. Remember, he had that 4-day marriage that he is now having to go to court with his ex. She is wanting spousal support after 4 days. I don't know how that's possible. But she has said she lost work during that little bit of time, and so she needs to be reimbursed for it. Anyway, the video to me is hilarious. He's just going off the edge, and he's actually gone back, and he's done it once again.
Finally, what did your girl Pink do? We love this story.
I love her so much. So we got video of her. She was in LA. We catch her coming out of Jimmy Kimmel's studio, crossing Hollywood Boulevard, getting on her hands and knees, and scrubbing down her star on the Walk of Fame, which you don't see every day. But there were cameras, so I'm assuming we will be seeing this on Jimmy Kimmel's show eventually. But you know, she was in all white, didn't even bother her 1 second.
Dax, I'll be watching you through your Amazon Alexa a little bit later today.
Thank you.
Bye, buddy. Search for Hollywood Pipeline. Follow Dax. Send Dax some Minnesota love. He loves hearing from all of us. Still ahead, it's been 3 years since Prince died. We're chatting with a woman who was his personal hairstylist for 3 decades. She's out with a new book. We'll talk to her when we come back. Back after this. I am already in love with our next guest. Celebration 2019 kicks off today at Paisley Park and honors Prince. And many of Prince's old friends are back in town, including our next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Prince's hairstylist of nearly 30 years. Kim Berry, everybody. Hi, Kim. First, Kim and I chatted. She's lending me her pants tomorrow. I'm wearing those tomorrow. That's right. I'll be right.
Always.
I'll wear them tomorrow.
Yes.
What was it like for you? Well, first of all, let me start at the beginning. How did y'all meet?
I was actually dating his bodyguard, and the bodyguard introduced me to the hairstylist. And one day she just up at a video shoot, and she's like, I think I'm gonna quit. And I was like, you're not gonna quit, you work for the biggest entertainer in the world. She's like, it's not what you think. And I said, no, I think you work for the biggest entertainer in the world.
Yeah.
And she goes, no, it's not what you think. And once I walked a mile in her shoes, I was like, oh, now I get it. Yeah, because you have to meet his level. You have to meet his grind. He works long hours. He stays up all night. I used to call him a vampire because he stayed up all night grinding music, working shows. After the show is an after party. After the party is the hotel lobby, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was an incredible journey. It was a beautiful ride. That dude was just incredible to be around.
Kim, what would you tell that Kim, that day, that interaction with the old hairstylist, what would you tell her if you could whisper something in your ear back then? What would you tell her?
Oh, man.
Get ready?
Yeah, get ready for the ride, because you had no idea. Like, he hired me. I was literally a kid. When he called, he said, Kim, this is Prince. And I'm like, and he says, I'm not going to be able to make it, because I went to the salon and set up and got ready for him. And he said, I'm not going to be able to make it. And I said, okay, no problem. I said, well, when you come back to LA, just know you have a hairstyle. Well, do you travel? Now, I'm like 18, 19 years old. I'm like, yeah. I haven't been out of Inglewood, let alone California. and so he says, okay, well, the flight leaves in an hour. We're sending a limo to come pick you up. I said, what? He says, is there a problem? Oh, no, sir. No, sir. Like, and I hung up the phone. I called my mom, and I'm like, oh, my God, I just talked to Prince. She's like, stop lying. I'm like, no, really, I just talked to Prince. And I was like, I said, he said the flight leaves in an hour. What am I going to do? She said, get your curling irons and your hairspray and get to LAX. Yes. Yeah. She's like,
get to LAX.
Get to LAX,
Yeah.
She said, I'll send you some money when you get there. Go to Target and buy you some clothes. Yes, indeed.
What was it? You and I were talking briefly during the break. What was the process like? Because let's just hold in ourselves 30 years. I mean, we're fans. We see him from a distance. You were personally with him for 30 years as a friend, as a hairstyle, as a member of his circle. What was the process like for you writing the book and grieving at the same time?
Yeah, it was. I call myself lazy because I said I should have been finished a long time ago, but literally every part of it, I found myself purging, and I cried and I laughed and I cried, laughing because I was able to share that life and times with him and some of the most intimate moments of his life, crying because my friend was gone, and it was just surreal to just relive those memories all over again. But I'm just so glad that God chose me to walk alongside him.
Yeah. I think everybody has something in a friend that you love. Like, I have a friend that I love her laugh, and I have a friend that I love the way she tells stories. What's one of your favorite things about your friend?
He used to laugh from his gut. Like, he would bawl over, like just scream out.
What kind of laugh did he have?
Like just like super loud, out of his gut. He would laugh, especially if the joke was on you. Like, we always had your mama sessions. So him and, yeah. So,
you did?
Oh, yeah. So everybody, and then I would catch him slipping because he'd be reading joke books. I was like, no, you cheating. You can't read your mama jokes. You can't read them. And so, but him and the guys in the band, they would go back and forth for hours. And it would be funny because when they would get him and I would be laughing, he'd go, oh, that's funny to you, Kim? And I'm like, oh, no, I'm laughing with you, boss, not at you. He's like, but I'm not laughing. I'm like, right. I'm like, yeah.
When I think of Prince, I wouldn't think of him having a big laugh.
Oh, from his gut. He would fall over, just scream out. I'd be like, and sometimes if it wasn't even funny, we would be laughing because like, it's that funny to you?
Yeah. Why is it funny?
Yeah, right. Yes.
Did you learn anything, as you're purging, you're grieving? Did you, because you're reliving the memories as you're putting it in the written word. Yeah. Did you learn anything that you were like, oh, were you reflective about anything?
I think always rise to the occasion. Like he
made you better.
He made us better. Like he used to tell people when you work with me, he said, I don't have to fire anyone because you'll fire yourself. He said because his hours were so long, his time being with him was so strenuous, he did not play. Everything he demanded of everyone else around him, he demanded of himself. So he was a hard worker. He didn't play. It was a learning experience every single day to see him moving, knowing that he was the caretaker of all the people that were around him. He was responsible for all these people. I remember being on a plane one time with him and he was writing. We were on our way to Hawaii. We're supposed to be going on vacation. I was like, So he's scribbling, tearing. I said, well, boss, I said, we're going on vacation. We going to kick back. And I was like, when you going to just rest? And he said, I can't. He said, I know that I'm being downloaded by God as the music comes in. When I get one song out, another song pops in. He said, it's a blessing and a curse, you know? So he was one of the hardest working men I've ever seen in my life. I learned so much from him, but even though he was the teacher, he didn't mind being the student. So we would have Bible study together. We would laugh together. Like I said, he loved everybody's children. All our kids got to come to Paisley Park and run around. My baby was running around Paisley Park all the time. And, you know, it was just a beautiful thing. It was beautiful.
We got to go, but one last question. He was so private. What do you think what would you say boss would say about the book? Would he like the book?
I think he would.
You would?
I think he would.
I think he would too.
Yeah.
I could talk to you forever.
Thank you.
Please come. Next time you come, will you please come back?
Absolutely.
You were a delight to speak to.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Kim Berry, everybody. Diamonds and Curls is available. It's available on Amazon, or head to our website, diamondsandcurls.com. Still ahead, everybody, we're chatting with the lead of the Eagan High School production of Legally Blonde, how one Jason Show family member has a hand in the whole thing. We'll be right back. Stay with us. What a pleasure. Thank you so much. Welcome back, everybody. I love Kim. I could have talked to her for another hour. There's a new spot to take the family to for an underwater adventure. Seaquest Aquarium opens next month. Listen to this, at Rosedale Mall in Roseville. That's right, Rosedale. Rosedale got remodeling. This is going nuts over there. Featuring a variety of marine inhabitants. The 23,000-foot space. Wow. Lets you see exotic fish, get wet with stingrays, feed birds and reptiles, and check out sharks, snakes, and more. That is nuts. I've said it for years, malls have to change to stay with the times, and that's what Rosedale's doing. We're heading under the sea for today's game time. Here we go. Today's game is called Swimming with the Stars. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to show you a picture. Thank you, Aaron. I'm going to show you a picture of a famous face who is on an undersea adventure, but they're partially hidden by a sea creature. You have to guess who is hidden behind giant fish. Playing today, to my left, please say hello to Laura, everybody. Hello, Laura. Laura, where are you from?
Cambridge.
Cambridge, Minnesota.
Yes.
The home of the...
They are there?
Who's left in Cambridge? Is everybody here? Have you ever gone to the Pine Brook?
All the time.
I'll see you Friday.
All right.
Boom, there we go. Over here, say hi to Aaron, everybody. Yay. Aaron, we know each other from Gigi's Playhouse. Where are you from?
We do. I'm from Rosemont, and I'm an Eagan grad.
Oh, that's right. There we go. We'll talk to them in a little bit. Okay, here's how it works. Everyone look forward. Look at those monitors right in front of you. Put your hands over the buzzer. Again, we're going to show you a celebrity partially hidden by a sea creature. The minute you know, hit that buzzer, and we'll see if you're right. Director Leo, please show us our first hidden star. Who is that? The music person.
Oh.
Laura.
Rihanna.
Rihanna is right. That's right. Yeah, there we go. 1 point for Laura. Director
That was
Leo.
good.
Who's that?
Oh, that's the other guy.
Laura.
That's a Jonas brother.
Jeez, you're fast.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll give you a Jonas brother. That's right. There we go.
I like
That's
Jeez, you're
Nick
fast.
Jonas. Okay,
I'll
2
go
for
slow.
Laura. Okay, hands above buzzers. Director Leo, show us our next one.
Oh.
Come on, Aaron. Come on, Aaron.
Come on.
Laura.
Whitney.
Yeah.
That is, no, Laura, you are wrong. That is not Whitney. Over to Aaron. Look closely. I'll give you a hint. Oprah. Best friend.
Oh my gosh. I can't read.
King.
Gail.
Gail, yes! There we go! Aaron is on the board, 2 to 1. Here we go. I should tell you, Aaron, before the show started, Aaron. Okay, yeah, who's that? Who's that?
I can't see that.
You can get closer if you want to. Walk up to the camera, it's fine. Aaron.
God.
A hot blonde.
Yeah. Where is that?
Is that part?
Judges, will we accept hot blonde? Yes, we'll accept Reese Witherspoon, everybody, from Legally Blonde. Okay, hands above buzzers. Director Leo, show us the next one. Laura.
Madonna.
Madonna's right. That's right. There she is.
I'm
We're
like,
going
you're
to be showing
quick.
you her new music video a little bit later. Okay, hands above buzzers. One more. Who's that? Laura.
Robert Downey Jr.
That's it. There we go.
I'm like, you are quick, girl.
Yeah. We had Shawn Mendes. Would you have known him? Scarlett
Yes,
Johansson? Okay,
yes.
there we go. Yeah. Congratulations to both. You're going to go home with a Jason Show mug. And audience, listen to this. Teleprompter, roll up. Come on up. Good news for our studio audience. You're all going to get a pair of tickets to the new Seaquest Aquarium. You can also win at home. Go to our Jason Show Facebook page, Jason Show TV, and register to win tickets. 9 people will be selected. So go to our Facebook page and like us, and good luck to you. Still ahead, we're talking Legally Blonde. There it is right there. Go to our Facebook page. We're talking Legally Blonde with a live performance, plus Aaron Schwaberiti when we come back. Back after this. Thank you, sweetheart. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Elle Woods, and this is Bruiser Woods, and we're both Gemini vegetarians. I have a bachelor's degree in fashion merchandising from CULA, and I was a Zeta Lambda Nu sweetheart, president of my sorority Delta Nu, and last year I was homecoming queen. Oh, 2 weeks ago I saw Cameron Diaz at Fred Segal, and I talked her out of buying this truly heinous Angora sweater. Whoever said orange was the new pink was seriously disturbed.
The best scenes. Welcome back, everybody. Who can forget that from Legally Blonde, starring Reese Witherspoon as sorority girl turned Harvard law student Elle Woods. Well, besides being a hit movie, it was also the basis for a Tony-nominated musical. And starting this weekend, the talented kids at, and let me tell you, talented kids at Eagan High School are presenting Legally Blonde, the musical. Joining us this morning is the young star of the show, Audrey Parker, who plays Elle Woods, and the director of the show. You know her. It's Aaron Schwab. Audrey, nice to meet you. I know this one. So, Audrey, question number 1. How old were you when the original movie came out in 2001?
It actually came out on my birth month. In my birth month, and I wasn't born yet.
We'll be right back. Sorry, your time's over. No. Audrey, seriously, what's it like? I mean, this is in modern movies, modern pop culture. Elle Woods is a iconic character. What's it like taking on the character? And did you watch the movie or did you stay away from it?
I've seen the movie before. I haven't watched it since getting cast.
Yeah.
But it's a really, really lovely movie, and Reese is amazing. But normally, once you get cast in something, you try to stay away from everything else. I haven't watched the musical. Yeah, I haven't watched anything from the musical for a while. Just trying to make it original.
Yeah, you want to make it yours. Yeah. Now, this is a question to Aaron / a compliment to you. Talent knows talent. This lady here, everyone knows, is loaded with more talent than most people have in their fingertips, and she swears. She says you are going to be the next big thing. Like, people, you were not going to be here long. You're going to be in New York. What's it been like working with this one?
She is a treat, and it really is. It's been so awesome to work with her because it's like working with another adult human that takes direction. It is, though. I mean, she takes direction.
She seems more mature than most people I know.
She's more mature than I am, for sure.
Yeah.
But she takes direction so beautifully. She is so easy to play with. She plays really hard. She makes big choices. She's not afraid. She's so brave.
Yeah.
So brave.
Audrey, now let's act like Aaron's not here. We have about 20 seconds.
Okay.
Give us the scoop. How is Erin as a director? Is she mean?
How
is she?
Awful.
I thought so.
No, she's absolutely lovely. I love you so much.
I know.
She is so smart.
Yeah.
All of it. The whole process has been super smart, and I feel like I know what's going on. I feel like everybody is on the same page at all times.
Yeah.
And that's credit to her.
Yep. That's credit to you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me.
So here we go. We are going to perform. I'm going to get out of the way. Were you both getting out of the way? We're going to go like this. Ladies and gentlemen, Audrey's going to perform.
Yes.
Here she is. Let's go, Aaron.
All of this time I planned I'd be patient and you would love me again. You'd come to respect my mind, and at last you'd find you could love me again. And I have turned my whole world upside down, trying not to let you go, watching you walk away. is like a fatal blow. What? Whoa! Is that my name up on that list? Does someone know that I exist? Is this a mistake? Am I even awake? Pinch me now to make sure. Ow! Yes, that is my name in black and white. Maybe I'm doing something right. Whoa! I feel so much better than before. Look at my name up on that list. That beats the first time that we kissed. And I feel so much better. I'll be there on Monday, 9 o'clock. Then we will see who walks the walk. No, I can't wait. I will be there at 8 when they unlock the door. Oh, I'll even dress in black and white. See, I have not begun to fight. And you'll go, oh, much better, hello, much better. And soon all y'all gonna know much better. I am so much better. I am so much better. I am so much better than
There she is! Audrey Parker, everybody, from Eagan High School. And our very own Aaron Schwab, everybody. You can see Legally Blonde. Go see the show. Support local theater.
Yes.
Legally Blonde, the musical, over the next 2 weekends at Eagan High School. Look, the weather is not going to be good today. Go inside. Go see the kids.
Yes.
For showtimes and tickets, go to the Eagan High School website, or Aaron's made it even easier. Go to Aaron Schwab's Facebook page, and she has created an event there. You can get the link to the tickets right there. Go support local theater and go support theater kids, man. Yes, seriously. We'll be right back. Stay with us. You were amazing. That was amazing. Yes. As a former
Describe your perfect date.
It's a tough one. I'd have to say April 25th, because it's not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
That's right, April 25th. And here we are.
She was right.
Expect to see that clip popping up on your social media today. It's from Miss Congeniality describing the perfect date, which is today. Welcome back to the show. Kendall joins me, and look, she's sitting, everybody. That's right. Yeah.
Sit up.
Before we go today, Madonna just released the video for her new song. We talked about this tune yesterday. Here's a little bit of the video. That's it. Madonna in a wedding dress for her video with Maluma. This is the first time that she's really been featured in a wedding dress like this, I think, since like Virgin back in the 80s. Yeah. The two will record the song live next week at the Billboard Music Awards. Before we go to, on the radio show, my producer, Dawn, and I think this is relatable to everybody, we all have something that we are steadfast in that we will spend money on. Like, I know some people that will spend good money on sheets. Like, they'll skimp on other things. My friend Dawn says, never skimp on tuna. Don't buy bad tuna. I know. I love that she stuck her flag in on this one. So she told me about this brand of tuna called, there's something line, there's like a hook line or something line. But then she was also talking about Costco brand, the Wild Planet. They said was really good. So Barb in the audience, people bring me all sorts of things. This is the first time in 5 years that I was brought tuna to the show. So thank you, Barb.
Barb brought you tuna. She left me a really nice note, so I just think that that's telling.
She brought you a note and me tuna. I love it. We love Barb. We love Barb. That's right. And thanks to this great audience today. Sincerely, the studio audience was fantastic. And again, I'll say it again. I was in drama club. Drama club saved my life, literally, in high school. So go support Eagan High School. The talented kids. Go see Legally Blonde. Tomorrow on the show, One of our favorites, Aaron Campbell from Nadia Cakes, is here. That's right, so don't miss that. But right now, if you're a kid watching that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow, where Kendall will be still standing.